I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument.
The state capital of Utah, dramatic. And let's hear a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there at Bialys, and it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Now, here's Ingles. Rebounded by Holmes. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and detour a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
And the shot goes down.
Bielitsa does a good job of staying active and with his shot that time.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Ingles. It's hauled in by the Kings. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that. Timeout. I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And the shot goes in.
Barnes can be hard to contain sometimes around the rim. He can create just enough space to be effective.
Gobert the pass to Conley. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Conley with it. Mitchell outside. Shot from the wing. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
O'Neal misses.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And Fox gets it to go.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Barnes outside. Outside, Fox. Shot clock at 6. That 3 off the mark. Jazz trail by 6. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And the pass to Holmes. It's stolen by Gobert. From 11 feet away. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Gobert.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Poke loose. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 2. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Here's Giles. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Joseph finds Bazemore. Hits it from three-point range. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Utah shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
That's his first personal foul.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Giants. Gobert with the block.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jazz trail by 3. Moutier pass to Niang. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Here's Hield. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Running the lane in transition can be a skill right there. Buddy Hield, relentless in getting himself to the rack.
Here's Gobert. Utah the rebound. Davis. Tries yet again. Pass to Moutier. Dishes to Clarkson. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. And Bazemore kicks to Joseph. Hands it from downtown.
Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Kings ahead. Up 8. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports.
Very lucky to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
There's so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, they've got Jordan Clarkson. Davis is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Emmanuel Moutier. And it's Niang in at the small forward position. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Joseph finds Len. Now here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Let us not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Parker with another miss. Jazz trail by 6. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Bounce pass Bazemore. Pass to Len. And Davis pulls it down. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Knocks it loose. And here are the Kings now. dunk by Len.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in, and a change for the Kings. Fox is checked in.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up, snag that rebound.
We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the wing on the left, here's O'Neal. A three-pointer, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bazemore passes to Parker. The shot from the low post is good. Now it's a 7-point Kings lead.
Jabari absorbing a lot of contact on that play, and then a nice soft touch on the difficult shot.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Hield. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Hield's got his second bucket tonight.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Len dishes to Parker. Timeout called by the Kings.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley, he never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Harry Giles is checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Parker. Barnes is checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The Kings shooting their first free throw of the night. Free throw good, Giles. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 8-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
In the 13th pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Davis has already been with a number of teams in his young career.
The Jazz have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Pass to Bielitsa. It's stolen by Davis. O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. Wide open. That one's not going to go.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings going into the break with a 10-point. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's Sacramento with the advantage at the half. They lead by 10. Jack Hunt. And that's a...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Alex Len.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the center, locking down the middle. Gobert, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Holmes can't get it to go in. Jazz trail by 11. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Fox, no good. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And it's Conley penetrating. It's hauled in by the Kings.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Barnes can't get it to go. Utah's shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's O'Neal. Hits the jumper in space. O'Neal's got it back down to single digits for the Jazz. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A 3 from Bogdanovich. The shot, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And it's blocked. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And the basket by Ingles.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair. And you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. The Kings also at the sub. Joseph, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Emmanuel Moutier's checked in for Mike Conley. And a change for Sacramento. Fields checked in for Fox. Tipped away. Stolen by O'Neal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Sacramento making a switch here. Fox is checked in.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz, D.A. Thank you. Giles checked in for the Kings. Here's O'Neal, and he banks in the layup. Now just a 4-point Kings lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
These are bonuses. When you get Bielitsa inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. O'Neal passes to Moutier. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Moutier's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
off that one. The Sacramento lead has been cut down to just one on the bucket from Clarkson.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
And a strong finish with two hands.
A pretty good hustle. Clarkson out on the break. He can be dynamic there.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Here's Hield. Lays it up off the glass. Hield's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Gobert, and he drops it in from the low post. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Clarkson against Hield. Clarkson dishes to O'Neal. Moutier looking around. The pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Pass to Clarkson. Shoots with the putback. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And you love how Hield is always ready with his feet set. Once the ball hits his hands, it's off.
Tie game in Utah. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's Clarkson in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Back to Fox. Tucker trying to free himself up. And with that, the Utah lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Fox.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Takes it from 10. The putback, and Mitchell is right there.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Kings trail by 3. Fox kicks to Parker. Back to Fox. Here's Barnes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
The Kings making a switch here. Holmes checked in. Makes it off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Fox. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell passes to Conley. And here's Clarkson from deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. It's stolen by Ingles. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
That's tipped. Stolen by Mitchell. In transition. Here come the Jazz. He kicks it to Clarkson. Here's Conley. Again, the Jazz score.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Fox passes to Giles. Out to the right wing. They double him with Mitchell. It's stolen by Ingles. Mitchell's shot is good. And it's a 5-point Jazz lead.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound.
This guy's a gamer.
Here's Fox. Outside Bogdanovich. Giles the pass to Holmes. Good on the shot.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Here's Giles. Ingles covering. Holmes can't get it to go in. Jazz leading by 3. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Harrison Barnes has been in some big ones, and that's a big shot.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
O'Neal's checked in for Utah. Bielitsa, he's checked in for the Kings. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor. Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
The offensive rebound. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shot's good. His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. That free throw good from Holmes. Utah's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Conley with the 3. It's not going to go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way. Here's Fox. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but we really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
All the officials are all over that one.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Well, Fox had quite a year in Kentucky before he decided to turn pro and became the 5th pick in 2017 in the NBA draft.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Clarkson. Back to Gobert. Takes it from 10. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
And so it's Utah who's scraped by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is
all right, David. Thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Hang time, moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, your team crowd need an edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive, let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back.
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge, spanning the Sacramento River, here in the... And with Brick...
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan...
Great vision, David, thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. And the dunk by Walker.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Well, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective. White drives in. DeRozan passes to Walker. Fox with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a three-point game. Walker in the corner. Lets the three fly. San Antonio again missing. Walker's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Down low. And the dunk by Walker.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Bogdanovich passes to Bielitsa. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Pirtle. The Kings shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And the Spurs, I've heard it said, the most process-oriented team in the league.
Well, that's an understanding of what it takes for them as a small market team to be successful. A good assessment of what they have to do as the San Antonio Spurs to be good. Scouting, coaching, chemistry, all part of that.
It's tipped, but he gets it back. Outside, Walker. Clock at 4. Goes back up. And it's White missing.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Holmes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
That's tipped, and he recovers it. Pirtle kicks to White. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Holmes with the steal. Fox goes in. It's good. This game is all even.
Fox never afraid to take it right at the defense on the drive. An excellent display of speed there.
Inside, here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Barnes passes to Holmes. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
And you can't fall asleep on Gay, even for a second. When you do, he's as high there for the alley-oop.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here's Hield following the three-pointer by San Antonio. 6 to shoot. Here's Giles. Kept alive. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Mills. That shot, no good. And the Kings going the other way now. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. And that one, good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Zeller.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And the Kings making a change here. Parker's checked in. Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Forbes. Spurs passing it around. A 3 from Gay. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
This is something Gay has steadily improved on over time. A dangerous shooter from beyond the arc now.
Now, here's Bellinelli. His last outing, 16 points for him. Gay in the corner. Here is Forbes over Joseph. And that does it for the first quarter. It's San Antonio. They lead by 8. We've got more in store. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles.
People ashamed to talk.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the small forward position. Parker right side over Zeller. Got a piece of it, but he stays with it, and that one's good. Parker.
And I like the energy, the effervescence that Parker plays with, not resting after receiving the pass, just going right up with it.
And Forbes kicks to Gay. Shoots from 12. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Kings trail by 6. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Gay with the rebound. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
The 3 from Mills. Can't hit that one. And Sacramento will go the other way with it.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin. but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Zeller, and the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Boy, nice room service feed from DeRozan. Couldn't get more wide open than that.
The Kings trail by 10.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Zeller dishes to Mills. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Mills has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Gay against Fox. Giles. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Harry Giles. Bielitsa comes in for Parker. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. San Antonio also making some changes. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Murray finds Gay. Now Pirtle. He's covered by Bielitsa. Nailed from three-point land. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, I tell you what, that's a sight for sore eyes to see Murray connecting from distance, because when he's doing that, it really opens things up for him because we know he can get to the basket.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
The 8-footer. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Barnes.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. From downtown, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bielitsa. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. And Murray, here we go. And the rejection by Holmes. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Deep 2 from Murray. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's San Antonio ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They have a 9-point lead. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio? And that'll do it for our halftime report.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Derek White. Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And there it is for him.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
White, wide open, he fires. And he's good on the 3 ball. White's got his second basket of the night. Clark, I'm going to get a little detailed here, but in terms of footwork in the post, who really impresses you?
Well, there are a number of guys, Kevin. I mean, you think about it. Kevin Durant is a lethal scorer and does a lot of his work off the dribble and in transition on pull-up threes. But when he is a post-up threat, and he does get posted sometimes, his footwork is superb, absolutely superb. Joel Embiid comes to mind, big fella with feet of a ballerina. Jokic does a great job with his feet, not nearly as athletic as Embiid or Durant. And then I would put Kawhi Leonard outside of a big guy. I mean, he's not a big guy in terms of position, but boy, he is very efficient down in the low post when he gets it there.
Good name.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Bielitsa passes it to Holmes. Buries it down low. Holmes got 6.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Over in the corner, White takes the 3. Here's Pirtle. Right side to Walker. Murray kicks to Walker. Second chance shot. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Pirtle. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 6.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
To the middle. Here's Holmes. And it's White with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Hey, look at Pirtle. Making it look easy, dropping the hammer down on the defense.
Outside, Fox. There's the pass to Bielitsa. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for the Kings. Then for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray. Mills with it, outguarded by Hield. Here's Bellinelli. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Bellinelli, a very intelligent guard who helps space the floor with his three-point shooting.
The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
And Forbes kicks to Mills. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Stolen by Len. It's deflected. Stolen by Gay. Pirtle against Len. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And finished off by Gay.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Some changes for Sacramento. Harry Giles comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph. And they're able to recover from deep three-point range. And Buddy Hield gets the 3. Hield's got 5.
And that is what Hield does. So this guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want. The other, not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
To the paint, jumps up, and then Gay with the dunk.
What a banner night for Rudy Gay. Lighting it up.
The Kings trail by 16. To the middle, here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him.
How about that guy's a big-time answer? He says, you think you can score on me? Prepare for posterization.
From deep, Gay. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots from 14. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. 24 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Mills. 7 points in the game. Back to Forbes. Clock at 6. Now Bellinelli. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Spurs lead by 12. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Buddy Hield is out there at Bialitz, and it's Len in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Gay outside. Here's the 3. Traps in the tray.
Continuing to improve as a passer. Bryn Forbes impressing as a distributor there.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Trailing by 13. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Harrison Barnes comes in for Hield. San Antonio also making some changes. Walker's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Here's White. Banked in off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Back to Bielitsa. Outside, Fox. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. White the pass to Walker. Pass to DeRozan. Out to White. Spurs passing it around. There's Walker with the 3. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about that three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists tonight.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Holmes. And DeRozan sends it back.
Anytime DeRozan can come up for the block, gets the whole team energized.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
And, you know, defense isn't done until you finish it off with the rebound. It's like the period at the end of a sentence. That's where they have to improve.
And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
It's Fox with the drive. And he trims the lead to single digits.
Man, I like how confident Fox is inside. I mean, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Getting good positioning close to the basket.
The Kings trail by 9. And Bogdanovich kicks to Barnes. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. This is it to Bogdanovich. Timeout called by the Kings. They're down by 9. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gay.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball, play within the offense, and get good open shots. Kevin?
Walker, and finished off by Walker.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Spurs leading by 6. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
He kicks it to Gay. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards. Man, I like how cool and collected Barnes is, Kevin. I mean, when the game is tight, he feels comfortable taking the shot. I mean, that's a matter of confidence in the process and your work.
And the rejection by Holmes. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. 8-point game. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Walker with it. Here's Gay. Off target with that shot. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45.
The friendship torch in the foreground and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. And before... Well, you're right, D.A. A big lift for their offense. And he defends, too. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. Pirtle is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. Nice shot by Gobert. Ralph Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs. You still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
The drive by Mitchell. And Pirtle sends it back. White the pass to DeRozan. Mike Conley grabs the miss. It's stolen by DeRozan. Spurs passing it around. Here's Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like this from Murray. This is what the team needs from him. He's a catalyst.
Here's Mitchell. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And for Donovan, the 3 really sets up everything else. When he's hitting it, defenses can't just pack it in the lane.
Murray scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Mitchell outside. Ball's knocked loose. Murray with it. Conley picks him up. And Walker kicks to Pirtle. Back to Walker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The 2 things that held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Ooh, just shook his man loose with a crafty play inside.
And then the dunk just tops it off beautiful. And the pass to Mitchell. From deep. And Utah, another 3.
Good job by Mitchell, trusting his teammates. And in turn, that's going to open up opportunities for him.
Back to Murray. Here's Pirtle. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Got that one up quick.
So often the catalyst. This time, Conley is on the finishing end of the catch.
Rosen dishes to Walker. .131 left to play in the first quarter. Fires, high post. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Misses off the left iron.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Wide open look here for Murray. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Murray's got 7 points.
Wow, if Murray can hit that one with any kind of consistency, watch out.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's DeRozan. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
Back to Conley. Lets it fly. Up again. It's good on the putback. So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Thunder in Oklahoma City. White against Mitchell. Chalk up 2 there.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Conley finds Mitchell. Now here's Ingles. Here's Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 8.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Outside DeRozan. White with it. Outside Walker. It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A free-flowing first quarter. Great. One of the better two-way guards in the NBA, Mike Conley, said his instinct.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Davis is out there with Gobert. Then it's Moutier. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's Niang in at the 3.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Now here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Niang. Bellinelli is covering. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And how about the perseverance offensively? I mean, following up the missed shot, and that results in second and third opportunities.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Gay passes to Mills. Gobert with the defensive effort. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. 6-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Gay kicks to Forbes. Mills passes to Zeller. Back to Mills. The dish to Zeller. Spurs passing it around. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot-blocking master.
And Davis throws it down.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
Here's Zeller. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Zeller's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Mills, defended by Moutier. And Zeller kicks to Mills. Now Gabe. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Just 5 on the clock. It's good, and the Jazz leaders cut down to 8 on the bucket from Patrick Mills.
Nice conversion off the pick and roll. Patty with the right read takes it himself.
Moutier looking around. Gobert finds Clarkson. Here's Niang. There's the triple. Zeller grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Forbes, and here's Gay. Over Davis. The rebound by Niang. Jazz leading by 8. Clarkson passes to Davis. To the inside. The 10-footer. Rebound San Antonio. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Hurdle comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bellinelli. Conley gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Spurs trail by 11. DeRozan scanning the floor. At the top of the key, Gay. They grab their own miss. Outside DeRozan. A second chance effort. And the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 6 points.
That's just too easy. DeMar getting the shot he wants and where he wants.
Ingles dishes to Mitchell. And that one hits back iron.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And Gabe with the second chance points.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Pass to Murray. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
And DeRozan sends it back.
With that leaping ability of DeRozan, he can go get it.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from...
And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. The first quarter was all about Rudy Gobert. He had 14 points, 9 rebounds, and
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
The engine that makes them run. He's been able to push the action, and he's making great decisions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got DeRozan. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of 3-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing. That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Pass to Walker. And finished off by Walker.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
Conley the pass to Gobert. Mitchell against White. Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Back to Ingles. Mitchell in the corner. Fires the three. Nice D from DeRozan.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Here's Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Right wing. Right side, White. 17-foot shot on the way. And the Spurs scoring again.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And the Spurs with some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Bellinelli comes in for Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Then for the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. I mean, also have the same, I guess, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
It's stolen by Gobert. One-on-one here. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
On that play right there, you see Mitchell's impressive speed and body control in the open court.
Stolen by Clarkson. Here's Moutier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 7-point Jazz lead.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Back to White. Spurs passing it around. Now the pass to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Zeller's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Mills. He's guarded closely. The shot will not fall. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. All of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
BA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by DeRozan. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the Spurs with some changes. Poeltl, he's checked in for Zeller. Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. The Jazz also changing it up. George Niang, he's checked in for Davis. Royce O'Neal comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. So it's the Spurs now. And Murray, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And DeJounte is not holding back tonight. He is calling his own number.
Here's Clarkson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
Clarkson on the wing. Back to O'Neal. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find a guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Joe Ingles is out there with O'Neal. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Conley. And it's Niang in at the 5. Murray the pass to Gay. Here's Pirtle. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
And that one is good.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And Forbes has it in the corner. Pass to Gay. Five to shoot. Back to Forbes. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. They get the rebound. Pirtle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Can't blame the defense for going on that shot fake. Pirtle is very skilled at doing this.
That free throw, no good.
The defensive impact of Jakob Pirtle giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Pirtle can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best role threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close. The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there is no real contest.
Unloads from 13. That shot off, and it's Utah the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Forbes. The Spurs getting another chance here. Passes to Pirtle. Tries again. Tips it. And Gabe with the second chance points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The lead is 2. Pass to Ingles. Out to the wing. Conley against Murray. Conley kicks to Clarkson. He dishes it to O'Neal. Just 4 to shoot. From deep. Rebound San Antonio. Pirtle's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. That ties it up. And it's 6 points for Walker.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
I wasn't sure they had enough time. What an amazing job to battle all the way back out of that huge hole.
Here's Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Down low. And Walker kicks to Pirtle. O'Neal against Murray. Back to Pirtle. It's stolen by Gobert. And now Ingles pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
We've talked about it before. Unselfish, great awareness. Ingles willing to turn down the shot if someone can break free.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Murray finds Burton. Murray. Great positioning on the putback.
You won't see this young man turn down big shots. Murray believes in himself, and so does this team.
On the wing, Ingles. And stolen by Gay. Here's Forbes, and it's blocked by Conley, and it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Spurs. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay, and Derek White subbed in for Bryn Forbes. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz.
Oh, did you see that? DeMar DeRozan, when you need a score, go to the guys you feel comfortable with. Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Gobert, and it's in there.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Here's Pirtle, buries the 7-footer. Pirtle's got 5 points in the quarter.
Just tremendous shooting from Pirtle. Love how he's not afraid of taking these kinds of shots.
Here's Mitchell. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Money!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Puts it up from 15. The putback, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
Stepping up big, Gobert showing why he's considered a cornerstone for this franchise.
They kick out to Walker, inside, got a piece of it. Spurs working the ball around now. Back to DeRozan. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. He told them to stick with it. He said, this game is right here, guys. This is our game to take. Precision, purpose, and poise. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
9 seconds left in the fourth. Ingles finds Conley.
You watch some of the best defenders in the league. They're flexible athletes, and Murray has that.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
Give me a fit.
You play 2K
all the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge, spanning this. We are nearly.
Head coach Quinn.
He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Take a look at Utah, advantage in one series. And, of course, Sacramento. They're much further down the standings right now.
And I think for Sacramento, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them, Greg. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the 5. Fox passes to Bogdanovich. Of course, both teams battling injuries coming into this one.
Yeah, so you know what that means, Kevin. You have an opportunity, if you're a reserve, to perhaps gain some repetition in the midst of an important game. The battle, the mantra, that next man up mentality is going to be on display tonight for this team. And let's see, Kevin, do they take advantage of their opportunity?
Good things to look forward to. Ingles passes to Mitchell. Here's Conley, and they cash in right away with the quick shot.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
They get a hand on it. And now Utah, fast break. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, we talk about Donovan Mitchell as an exceptional two-way talent. No better example than right there.
Here's Bogdanovich. The rebound by the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different. I think they could have gotten a better look right there. And he just a little over anxious, I think, to get that shot off.
To the wing on the left. Back to Fox. Stolen by Mitchell. They're running. Here's Ingles. They get it back. And good that time.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length to keep plays alive.
Conley against Fox. He kicks to Barnes. The pass to Holmes. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 5. It's Bjelica. Ingles with the rebound.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take. Guys, when you think about the Jazz, you are talking about an elite defensive unit. Rudy Gobert in the middle, the defensive player of the year, and the guys around him are committed to the scheme and outstanding individual defenders.
O'Neal with the rebound. Jazz leading by 4. Right at the free throw line, and the shot goes in.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
To the inside, he had stolen by Ingles. At the top of the key, Gobert. Conley kicks to Ingles. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 now. And the Jazz very disciplined at the defensive end.
Now, Kevin, you have a veteran squad with the anchor Rudy Gobert, one of the elite shot blockers in the entire league. And this is a group that's so important here. They defend without fouling.
Yep, that one goes.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
A baseline J. The rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Ingles finds Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Fox. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low. And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Here's Barnes, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Passes it to Fox. Over Conley. Here's Holmes. Second shot opportunity. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Trying to find Moutier. Gets it to him. He doesn't hit that one.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that one.
It could go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
What aggressive defense from the lengthy Rudy Gobert. This guy covers so much territory.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Every year I want to keep getting better, and, you know.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And, Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Jazz, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Giles, and it's Bazemore at the 3.
I'll tell you, a terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Here's Davis, and again it's Utah.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Down by 12. And for the Jazz, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Here's Clarkson. Here's Gobert. And that one barely misses as he draws contact. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Jabari Parker's checked in for the Kings. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Len grabs the board. The Kings trail by 12. Here's Hield. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Hield's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play. Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Davis kicks to Moutier. To Niang from deep three-point range. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Jazz lead by 11. Hield against Clarkson. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Back to Hield. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Clarkson passes to Gobert. Here's Niang. Here's Davis, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Hield. Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Alex Len. Harrison Barnes comes in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph. The Jazz also changing it up. O'Neal's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
It's Bielitsa. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes. What a big-time asset defensively.
Niang kicks to O'Neal. Out left to the wing. From deep. He can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Good on the triple.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And the basket is good. O'Neal's got 10 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Hield the pass to Barnes. Launches a three. That shot is off. O'Neal with the defensive effort. The three. Sacramento grabs the miss. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Now, Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
It's Davis with the drive, and finished off by Davis.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Offensive rebound, Parker, and the layup's good off the glass. Parker's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, long arms and great instincts make Jabari Parker a terrific offensive rebounder.
And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Long range from the inbound. Up again. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has been... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a spirited 14-4 run to start. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close, making all 5 of their last 5 shots of the period. And that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've always been wowed by the athleticism in the NBA, but it seems to be becoming even more athletic. And certain guys get it done, Doris, in different ways.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of examples, Kev, of guys who don't have or are not blessed with incredible athleticism, but who have found a way to be successful. Nikola Jokic is a first-team NBA player who plays very much below the rim. And then you look at certain shooters who can affect the game. J.J. Redick. He is impossible to guard because he's one constant stream of movement. So, listen, if you have great skill for your position, without athleticism, you can still find a way to have a job in this NBA.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Joe Ingles is out there with Davis, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And Fox is right there. Fox has got 8 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Barnes outside, over O'Neal. He can't hit that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. And some changes here for the Kings. Lenz checked in for Bielitsa. Ken Bazemore comes in for Barnes. And Corey Joseph subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And Utah with a change here too. Moutier, he's checked in for Mike Conley. Here's Bogdanovich. And that one is hammered home.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, you give Donovan the mid-range jumper, he will make you pay.
Bazemore for three. Kept alive, goes back up, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Len.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
In the corner, Bazemore with it. Another shot, and oh boy, a lot of contact there. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they pick up 2.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Here's O'Neal. Off target from three-point range. The Kings trail by 16. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Utah has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one's good. Parker's got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Niang, that's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Baseline jumper, and the Kings check on 2 more.
That's a perfect mid-range jumper. All he needs is an inch of space, and they gave it to him.
Here's Moutier, and Moutier throws it down.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Three-pointer, Heel. O'Neal with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Yeah, another turnover. The guys on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And some changes here for the Kings. Bielitsa, he checks in for Alex Len. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Jabari Parker. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for O'Neal. Drains the three-pointer. 6 points for Harrison Barnes.
The improvement in Barnes' deep range just helps his offense space the floor.
Gobert, the pass to Conley. Back to Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. And so it's the Utah Jazz riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Giles in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Conley, the rebound by Giles. And it's Barnes with the ball for Sacramento. 15-point game. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home. Pass to Gobert. Takes it from 10, and that one drops for him. And the Jazz lead by 15. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical, thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. Ingles dishes to Clarkson. Sinks the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And there's the pass to Giles. Here's Fox. Kings moving the ball around. From deep. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Conley. To the paint. Back to Mitchell. From deep three-point range, Conley's shot is off. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Fox. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Good work there as it goes. Fox has got 10 points in just the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Mitchell. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, that's called exhibiting power and quickness in the painted area. Barnes does a really good job drawing contact there.
Some changes for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Giles. And it's Bogdanovich in for Heel. And a switcher also for Utah. O'Neal's checked in. Conley for 3. The Jazz with another miss. Kings have gone 4-7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. The 3 from Barnes. Rebound, Utah. They led by as many as 18 points. And it's Conley penetrating. Banked in off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 14.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley, so slick in how he creates for himself.
Holmes down low. Gobert on him. Holmes can't get it to go in.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Here's Fox. Second chance shot. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Holmes.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his first foul. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. Here's O'Neal. Ingles trying to get open. The Jazz with another miss. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Ingles.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Jazz.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
It's good on the putback.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Williams-Goss. Oni. Utah gets it back.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
From deep. Off on that one. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Rudy, another strong performance for you guys. How good is this team playing right now?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K."
And a lot of style and a lot of confidence coming off. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our,
well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the small forward. And for the Spurs, we've got Derek White. Pirtle is out there at DeRozan. Then there's Murray, and it's Walker in at the 3 slot. And White with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. It doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And Pirtle is so quick at moving to the hoop after the screen. Just awesome mobility rolling to the basket.
Now here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. Passes it to White. 6 on the shot clock. And White slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Down low, Fox. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
And Murray, here we go. That one good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that. He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team NBA.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
And DeRozan throws it down.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless. And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Great positioning on the putback. Pirtle's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Holmes. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and stolen by Murray. In transition, here come the Spurs. He tries for three. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the board.
And that one's good, Barnes.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's good, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Bogdanovich. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Rudy Gay's checked in for Lonnie Walker. Fields checked in for the Kings. San Antonio on defense. 4-point game.
And how about the fundamentals right there? I mean, Bielitsa is so skilled at keeping his balance in the face of adversity.
And yes, it's good. And it's 8 points for Jakob Poeltl.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Bielitsa with the bucket.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Barnes can't get it to go.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
To the left wing. On the wing, DeRozan. 4 seconds left. And he lays it up and in. DeRozan's got 10.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Yeah, and this is what you love to see. Both teams going at it, working to get to their spots and cashing in.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Giles is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Len in at center. So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. With this break in the action, a quick look at our 2K leaderboard in the NBA's top free throw shooting big men since the All-Star break. Rudy Gay on top.
And with those numbers at the free throw line, he should be trying to get there as often as possible. I mean, operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
Bazemore inside the three-point line. The rebound by the Spurs.
Well, when you think about it,
where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of them. But it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Bazemore passes to Giles. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. The three from Mills. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, Greg, they're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
That one wide left. Spurs leading by 9. DeRozan in the corner. Fires for 3. The rebound by Giles. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Spurs making a switch here. Ellenelli's checked in. And the Kings also making a change. Parker's checked in. Hield finds Len. Parker right side. Stolen by Gay. Healed against Bellinelli, and he converts the layup. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Healed, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And though Chris, he's known mostly for his shooting, Buddy Hield has been improving in other areas as well.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about ball handling, playmaking. I mean, they're notably better from early in his career. He's a solid rebounder who is definitely not a weak link on the defensive side as well. Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little bit.
Len with the block. 9 feet out. He can't get that one to fall. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spend far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful tonight.
Back to Bazemore. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Bazemore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Mills kicks to Forbes. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Well, he's an efficient scorer. Zeller knows the game and plays to his strengths.
There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Pass to Bazemore. Back to Parker. It's stolen by Bellinelli. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And here we go. Here's Bazemore. And the dunk by Bazemore.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Zeller passes to Mills. Gay left side. 5 on the clock. That one no good. Good D by Parker. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for the Spurs. Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Fox comes in for Joseph. Healed from outside. The shot comes out. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Pass to Mills. Down low. On the jam by Rudy Gay.
And when Gay is nearby, you have to be aware of his vertical. He really rocks the rims on these jams.
And if they're thinking, they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. Now, sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
Here is Forbes, covered by Hield. Forbes the pass to Gay, and it's good, 2 points. And now it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Barnes, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marco Bellinelli picks one.
At this stage of his career, Barnes knows who he is. He's a glue guy who does a bit of everything out there.
First one falls for him. Sacramento making a switch here. Barnes hits them both. Here's Murray. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Spurs out in front, up 10.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14. And that'll do it.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Spurs, DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. Barnes can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Murray, good. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the two guys that are on my mind, they definitely could have talked trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talk back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those two guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too.
And you couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent. They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Poeltl. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Sacramento. Corey Joseph comes in for Bogdanovich. Tries again, and it goes down 2 points. Bielitsa's got 11.
Well, at 6'10", Bielitsa's a legit threat inside, looking very comfortable and assured right there.
Now here's Murray. He's got 7. Inside. And there's Zeller. And that's good on the assist by Murray. Zeller's got his second basket of the game.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Fox with the steal. And it's Fox with the jam.
Quick instincts on the defensive end. I mean, when you're careless around Fox, he's going to take advantage of it.
White, and White slams it in.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Just a dream scenario for them so far. Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And Holmes throws it down.
Look, he may not be thought of as big for a center, but with his ability to go vertical, he sure plays big.
And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Three-pointer. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? The Kings trail by 14. Here's Joseph, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
DeRozan scanning the floor. For 3, Murray. And it's Fox with the rebound. Joseph finds Bazemore. Back to Joseph. Fires from deep. And White with the block. The pass to Walker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. To the left side wing. Passes it to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wide open look here for Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 3rd assist on the night. It's stolen by DeRozan. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. He gets it in there. And the Spurs lead by 17. And Sacramento has possession. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And Fox gets it to go.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And White kicks to DeRozan. From beyond the arc. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs lead by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Jabari Parker is out there with Giles, and it's Bogdanovich in at the point guard position.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Giles, guarded by Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Barnes looking around, and there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game.
I've always respected Barnes' ability to hit from downtown. So important for wing players in today's NBA.
Mills with it. He's picked up by Parker. Now Mills. Gay outside. Back to Mills. Fires the 3. But they'll get another chance. Goes back up. Sacramento grabs the miss. And here is Hield. Gay with the block.
And Gay has put a ton of work into his defense over the years. Specifically, it's how he times blocking those shots.
And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game. San Antonio leading by 12. To the inside. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Mills. 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
A high-efficiency scorer. I mean, inside. I mean, Zeller with those great soft hands.
They get it back. Parker's shot is off. Spurs have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. There's Walker with the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Barnes. Headshot off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Floats it up for Walker.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Barnes against Gay. Bogdanovich dishes to Parker. Up top Mills, covered by Hield. Here's Samanic. But they recover it. And Zeller kicks to Mills. Gay outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Zeller. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. The drive by Barnes. That one drops for him. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. Do you think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 17. Healed with the bucket.
I love seeing Hill shoot the three ball. He's a high percentage scorer from there, firing with ease.
Here's Mills. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, he was the agitator, bothering everybody with his defense, coming up with steals. I mean, making sure they were never able to get comfortable as long as he was out on the floor.
And some changes here for the Kings. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Bielitsa comes in for Jabari Parker. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Bogdanovich.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Murray, no good. And it's the Kings with the ball. 11-point game. Here's Fox, and there are the Kings with another bucket.
And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from there.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
At the line for your Spurs, Dejounte Murray.
He gets the first. That'll push the lead to double digits. And so Murray nails both of them.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Bazemore for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento. Here's Johnson. Pass to Samanic. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up. And as things get ready. Well, the Utah. Thanks, DA. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Murray, DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Now here's DeRozan over Ingles. And the shot no good, a bit short. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role. And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Walker. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
Clark, some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the moves, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Conley finds Gobert. Here's O'Neal. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And it's Murray penetrating. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to DeRozan. It's stolen by Ingles. It's tipped. Murray, the pass to Walker. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Walker's got 5 now.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling.
And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Murray against Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. And they get it. Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. George Niang, who's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Clarkson in for Royce O'Neal. Mitchell passes to Niang. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin.
You know, you go back to their three-point field goal percentage, some true dead eyes on their roster, no doubt. And that's such a luxury offensively. They have been absolutely lights out.
Davis is checked in for the Jazz. Emmanuel Mudiay comes in for Michael Conley. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Zeller against Davis. And Zeller kicks to Bellinelli. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. Now here's Mills, defended by Mudiay. Now Mills, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And dishes to Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got 11 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Gay finds Mills. A rebound by the Jazz. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. Clarkson on the wing. He's covered by Gay. On the wing, Mitchell. 18 feet out. The shot misses. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Over to the left wing. And Forbes kicks to Gay. Here's Zeller. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the... It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller. Then it's Mills. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Forbes in at the 2. Shot by Zeller, no good. Utah leading by 4. Here's Ingles. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another. 5
straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
It's deflected. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Spurs trail by 6. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
They grabbed their own miss. Niang, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Tyler Zeller. White comes in for Brent Forbes. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Trying to get open, it's Davis. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
13 feet away. That shot missing. O'Neal with the defensive effort. And so it's Mudiay with it. He'll bring it up for Utah. They lead by 4. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Count it, good. Ingles has got 6 in the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pirtle inside. Gobert on him and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. Utah leading by 5. Conley the pass to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. The Jazz working the ball around now. Over White. And Pirtle pulls it down. The Spurs have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Shots good by Walker.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now, here's Ingles. He has 6. Conley's shot is off.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And he gets it to go. Now just a 1-point Jazz lead.
Well, you look at Murray, and I think he's most effective in the open court. That's really where he does much of his damage on the break.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got his second bucket.
You've got to get a body on DeMar DeRozan, because if you don't, his size and athleticism will allow him to hurt you on the glass.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service dimes tonight. One sweet one after another.
Lays it up off the glass. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Walker finds Murray. Back to Walker. From deep three-point range, O'Neal with the defensive effort.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's White. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Jazz have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. O'Neal passes to Conley. The dish to Clarkson. Conley kicks to Clarkson. Beyond the arc. You can't get that one. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Jazz lead by 1. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what'd you see out there from the Jazz? And
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Walker dishes to DeRozan. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call to Utah, the foul.
How about this, fellas? I mean, DeRozan's aerial skills, his bounce, obvious from a very young age. His first dunk came when he was in the 6th grade, and he won the dunk contest at the high school All-American game. Major bounce. And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
And stolen by Murray.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Gobert pulls it in. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's DeRozan. Great D that time from Davis. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. It's a 5-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Gay finds Mills. Spurs passing it around. DeRozan surveying the D. Doesn't go for it. And it's Utah the other way. Pass to Purdy. That one misses. Great D that time from Davis. But tried by Mitchell. Poked away. Spurs trail by 5. Shots good by Mills. Mills has got 6 points.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own peril.
Davis kicks to Mitchell. Baseline try. That one is good again. He sits right from the floor with the basket.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Gay passes to DeRozan. Back to Gay. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Gay's got his first points of the game.
Boy, DeRozan showing you good recognition there. Saw the gap in the defense and fired the pass to the wide-open man. Doesn't get much better than that.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Bellinelli. Mike Conley's checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And San Antonio also making a switch. Walker's checked in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Davis. And San Antonio also making a switch. DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Here's Murray, and the layup falls. He has 6.
Murray showing you real poise that time, guys, converting on aggressive defense. The concentration, outstanding.
Pass to O'Neal. Here's Ingles. Gay with the block. They retain possession. O'Neal kicks to Clarkson. 4 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot. Clarkson's got the lead up to 6 now for Utah.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Bulls from the top of the key, and that one is off. Murray with the defensive effort. And there's the pass to Forbes. Here's Pirtle. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter, we've got Rudy Gay, who's out there with Jakob Poeltl, and it's Forbes in at the 2 spot.
Large guard, loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
Here's Poeltl, and the dunk by Poeltl.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Walker in the corner to take the lead. Drains it from beyond the arc. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. Whitey's checked in for DeJounte Murray. And the Jazz with possession. Poeltl with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And finished off by Walker.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Spurs leading by 3. And oh, here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break chance. Second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, Gay doing a nice job to corral that rebound. A sneaky good play there. He corralled it and finished it.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Passes to Walker. To the paint. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Gobert. And they're running. Here's Clarkson. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Elevating like a rocket booster. Clarkson likes to get into the paint and finish at the rim.
Outside, Walker to the left side wing. From deep. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Right side, Conley. He dishes it to Ingles. Back to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Ingles can't get it to go. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Walker with a clean look, and it's no good. Third time he's missed in 9 shot attempts. Here's Clarkson. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got his 6th assist on the night. And Forbes kicks to Walker. They double-team Walker. On deep, Gay. San Antonio again missing. Here's Ingles. That one goes. Counted. And it's a 3-point Jazz lead. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Forbes the pass to Walker. To the inside. Hurdle makes it off the glass.
In these types of situations, this team turns to Hurdle. He's more than ready for any challenge that comes his way.
11 feet away. Utah keeping it alive. The new 14. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
White dishes to Pirtle. At the top of the key, Forbes. Conley against White. And here's Walker outside. Count it! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Here's Forbes. It counts. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Forbes looking more than comfortable having the ball in his hands in these spots. Not afraid to take the big shot. Bryn Forbes getting busy.
Listen to that.
What is the decibel count in this building?
He feeds it to Gay. It's stolen by Ingles. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. O'Neal gets to Conley. Gay against Ingles. It's deflected. Stolen by Walker. Pass to Forbes. Here's White. Yes! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Continuing to improve as a passer. Bryn Forbes impressing as a distributor there.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. For our Jordan player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And